board. I got it, Dr. Fungi.
Thank you.
Of course. You know, I am the tech professor.
No doubt.
Okay,
All right,
guys.
so we're going to start the recording, and we're going to end with I want to share that contact screen before we leave out so that they'll know how to get in touch with us.
Awesome.
But good morning, afternoon, everyone. I am Jessica Fungi Cortez. I'm the Director of Graduate Studies here at Nicholls State. We also have in the meeting with us Grant Ordorn. He is the coordinator of Graduate Studies. At the end of this presentation, I'm going to put up our contact information. We're excited that you're considering graduate school, and we're thrilled that you're here today to be part of this meeting with Dr. Vavasseur. And we would welcome any questions, any inquiries you have as far as applying and in the process. Please get in touch with us. We're happy to work with you and help you out. Today's presentation will be led by Dr. Cynthia Vavasseur, which many of you already know. She is the EdTech guru in our college, and she's here to talk to you about the Masters of Ed Leadership, Ed Technology Leadership concentration. So I'm going to give the meeting to her.
Hey, guys. I know most of you are my undergrads. Those of you that weren't, I'm Dr. V. I go by Dr. V. And about 8 years ago, I started the EdTech master's degree program. So how are we unique? Nicholls has 4 concentrations under the educational leadership umbrella of a master's degree. The first is if you want to be a principal, it's K-12 leadership. The second is higher ed leadership if you want to work at the university or community college level. Brand new concentration is higher ed with technology leadership, and it's kind of merging our 2 concentrations. And then this one, which y'all are here for, is the educational technology leadership program. So what does it do? First of all, if you're a teacher, it gives you 2 state add-on certificates. It gives you the endorsement of educational technology facilitator, and it gives you the endorsement of educational technology leadership. I get the question a lot, do you have to be a teacher to do this program? No. I have had librarians. I've had people with interdisciplinary studies degrees, and I've also had people with computer science degrees that come back. So we really marry the instructional technology and informational technology hats, because most often our districts and our schools, that hat is going to fall onto the ed tech person, and that won't matter if their background is as a teacher or as a computer science person. So we really kind of marry these 2 things. So if you are a teacher, you do get those 2 add-on certifications at the state level. How long is the program? It is 18 months. We do the program in cohorts, meaning that the people that you start with will be the same people that you finish with. This is really, really cool for collaboration. In my last 2 cohorts, I've had teachers do it together that were teaching at a school together, and the overhaul of their school with them going through together was just absolutely phenomenal. I had one school in Ascension Parish where 5 teachers went through together, and it was a huge school, Dutchtown Primary, and their entire school has transformed since those 5 people came through. So what does the coursework look like? Things like that. So you have 4, and don't tell the other professors, 4 not fun classes, or yeah, 4 not fun classes, I guess I'll say. These are the same 4 classes that everybody getting a master's in education takes. So it's educational research, history and philosophy of American education. This is a leadership class for school improvement. And then down here, the seminar and curriculum studies. So those are kind of mandated by the state. If you're gonna have a master's degree in education, you take those 4 foundational courses. After you take those 4, the rest of them are tech courses. And if you've had me before, you know this, but if you haven't, let me tell you this. You will never do a busy work project in your life if you have me as a professor. Every single course of instruction goes straight into whatever you're doing. If you are a principal, it's going to go to your school. If you're a classroom teacher, it's going to go to your classroom. If you're a professional development specialist, it's going to go to that. We will change projects and manipulate things to make sure that it's relevant to whatever job you are doing right now. So each course is really standalone. They have very, very different focus. But just to give you some insight, this one is like Ed 251 on steroids. It's just all the cool, fun tech tools that you can use in your classroom. 505 is how to write a grant and get funding for all of the stuff you want in your classroom. About 90% of all of our grants that we write in this class are funded. I've had over $200,000 of grants funded for my students the last 4 times I taught this class. So that's an absolutely phenomenal class. 506, you're going to develop some professional development and actually do it for your teachers. 509 is talking about research in educational technology and how to do that. So each course is very independent of one another, but they will all be skewed to your job that you're doing right now and the job that you want to have in the future. So something really exciting I wanted to tell you guys about. And again, this is a draft. If you're interested in the field of educational technology, you'll need to know that we are governed by ISTE, the International Society of Technology and Education. It's an international society, and they have standards. Much like your students have to meet some standards, they have technology standards for teachers, technology standards for students, and technology standards for technology leaders like who you are going to be. And I'm really excited to say that Nichols is one of the only 4 universities in the entire United States that will become an ISTE certification provider. We are not a provider yet, but we are in the pipeline of becoming an ISTE certification provider. ISTE certification is brand new. It only started about 13 months ago. And right now it's only individual vendors giving this certification, like EduCause and Tech Trends, people like that doing it. The first 4 universities just got certified, and we are hoping that we are going to be in that next round of certification providers, which is so exciting. So that being said, to gain this certification, you have to meet 25 standards. You'll see these on the left-hand side. And then you will see, this is what I've been doing the last 6 months, is developing each course and each activity in each course to pair with the ISTE standard that you guys will have to meet. So talking about the relevance in your classes, every activity that you do in an educational technology leadership class is tied directly to these international standards and these competencies that you have to prove that you meet in order to become ISTE certified. So we're really, really excited about that. With this pandemic, everybody has seen how important ed tech is. I have a lot of my graduates on speed dial with me right now. We are a family, we call ourselves. We have our personal learning network on Facebook and on Twitter of all of the ed tech graduates in this program. So once you join this community, the learning does not stop with the master's degree. Educational technology is not a field that you can get a degree in and finish. I got my doctorate in this 15 years ago. I have not used one thing that I learned in that degree in probably 14 years. This field changes too quickly. So a cool part of this is you're not just getting a degree. You're joining into this family of Nichols EdTech graduates that support each other and are very active. We go to conferences together every year, and we do the best that we can for our teachers and our schools. So that's it. The cohort starts this summer. If this timetable does not work for you, please reach out to me. We have people that start early because they don't want to cram it into 18 months. We have people that want to come back as graduate assistants and want to try to do it a little bit faster than that. The tricky part is right now I'm the only one that teaches the ed tech courses. So I cannot teach, obviously, 8 courses a semester. So we have to look at when the courses are offered and things like that. But if you go with the typical cohort structure, you take 3 in the summer, 2 in the fall, 2 in the spring, 3 in the summer, and finish with 2 in the fall. 18 months and you're done. And you're with the same group of professionals the whole way through, really become a family, and really make some cool changes.
Dr. Vavasseur, what are the admission requirements for this degree?
Right now, and you might be able to help a little bit more with this, we are fast tracking admissions because of, you can't go take the GRE right now. I have been waiving the GRE requirement if you have a 3.2 GPA or higher. I'm absolutely wonderful to keep doing that. If you are close and would like us to look at the last 30 hours of your GPA, if something happened and you were a freshman, we can look at that. It's a case-by-case decision. Most of y'all, I know your work ethic and your awesome work ethic, and I encourage most of you to be here. So I'm recording you in. So that's where we are.
Cool. Just to make a plug from University Graduate Studies, as Dr. Vavasseur alluded to, we do have graduate assistantship positions we can offer graduate students. This is some financial assistance where students would agree to work on campus 20 hours a week. That's the only service requirement, and your tuition would be paid. There would be some fees left over, and you would earn a stipend each semester where you would get paid every other week, just like faculty, for your work on campus. And that is a big significant help for many of our graduate students. Not everybody's in a position where they can do that, but certainly that's something that is available to you to apply for and to be considered. And you could be placed in our college and work with our professors, and even that, just support that family concept that Dr. Vavasseur was just referring to.
And if you do decide to apply and enroll, I highly recommend you grab a buddy at your school. If you have a buddy at your school that you two are like the tech nerds, come join the rest of us tech nerds. We really have seen large scale changes when, often one, but even 2 teachers will come in together. I have 3 at Santa Monica Middle right now, and I don't know what Ascension Parish would have done with this shutdown for Corona without our graduates and our current students. We have a strong following in Ascension Parish for Nichols Ed Tech, and they were just absolute rock stars going through this.
Cool. We'd like to open it up to the group. Does anybody have any specific questions you'd like to ask?
Well,
Go ahead.
So you said that you worked with Ascension. Do you happen to know anybody? I guess I actually work at Dutchtown High. So
You do?
Yes.
I didn't realize that. My mom taught there.
Oh, awesome. I'm working there now. I've been there for like a year and a half. And with all of this, like, we were the first kind of ones that are like, look, we're gonna start now. We're not gonna wait. I've been doing mostly tech stuff anyways. So my kids were like, all right, we're just doing the same thing. We're just going to class. Do you happen to know any body? I guess if you could kind of send send me their email so that I can, I guess, kind of get with them or send them mine. Just because if they got a real good, I guess, what's the right word? If the district was really good about, or their schools were really good, maybe they might be the same at our school.
Absolutely. I had, like I said, I had 5 from Dutchtown Primary a few years ago. Cohort right now is at Santa Maria Middle. Ascension will do tuition reimbursement. They will not do fee reimbursement, but they will do tuition reimbursement. So if you shoot me an email, I'll shoot you the program flyer. Maybe you can send it over to your principals and just say, hey, I'll send you some success stories from other schools. And
yes, that would be amazing.
Absolutely.
We're a big tech school, but I don't think we really have somebody who is ed tech.
You don't. And ed tech jobs are there, but they're not as prevalent as they're going to be after this. A lot of my graduates who are in tech jobs have called me and say, wow, I was kind of just this ed tech person on the side, and now I'm the rock star of the school. That's exactly what ed tech people are now. And there's obviously a need for it now. So y'all are getting in at just a phenomenal time.
Awesome. All right, thanks.
Okay, if we're not doing like the GA position, because I accepted a teaching job for the fall, is there like scholarships, grants that we can apply for specifically for this program, being a graduate student?
Dr. Cortez?
Well, I'm sorry, what was that question, baby?
Scholarships for graduates.
What, the graduate assistantships you're asking?
No, she's going to be teaching full time. So are there any?
Oh, I'm not aware of anything right now.
Okay.
I would check with your school district. I mean, sometimes they have some support, but I wouldn't know, what that would look like.
Okay.
But, other than assistantships, I'm not aware of anything else.
Another thing you can look at, Hannah, is like Apple unions, teacher unions. So if you belong to Apple or LAE, sometimes they'll give out grants and scholarships for higher education.
Okay.
They won't be huge, but any help won't hurt.
Well, when you have 2 of you in the master's program, anything helps.
Absolutely. Grant, you wanted to weigh in on that with something?
Yes, I would say just to check out the Nichols Financial Aid and Scholarship website. Just look on our website, and then under financial aid and scholarships, and it'll show like a list of all the scholarships that's available.
Looks like his Wi-Fi is lagging a little bit.
Yeah, what he's saying is Nichols has a website with financial aid and scholarships, and there might be something there that you could be eligible for. So just check that out. That's a very good point. Thank you for bringing that up. And so that would be a good place to check out. And I've been having Wi-Fi issues with 2 years, so I feel you.
And every single one of my candidates has my cell number, and we text regularly. If you do not have it, please write it down. It is area 225-290-2347. I know Hannah already has me on speed dial. But you're going to go home, you're going to talk to your spouse, your family about this, and you're going to have some more questions. And that is perfectly fine. You email me, you text me, you call me, whatever you need. Like I said, this program is much more of a family than a program, just because that's how the ed tech field is. We cannot stop learning. We cannot stop evolving. During this shutdown, you've seen that firsthand. So it's really joining a family and a community.
I would think there were applications all over the place with technology.
I've been pretty busy. Yes, ma'am, Kelly.
So with this program, like looking into future potential ed tech jobs, are they mostly like coordinator positions, like coordinating for the school, or what does that look like?
Great question. So graduates, I'd say about 35 to 40% stay in the classroom. They like the classroom, that's where they want to be. The rest of them get ed tech leadership positions. So Terrebonne Parish Technology Director is our graduate. West Baton Rouge Parish Technology Director is our graduate. Caddo Parish Technology Director. So these are large scale jobs. These are huge over the entire parish technology. So this degree does qualify you for that. Now, I will say that the people that got those jobs had been in the classroom a long time. So they got this, you know, not just graduating from Nichols or something like that. Other graduates go a school-wide technology position. That's where most of my graduates land. Y'all know I'm here in Ascension Parish. If you've ever heard of St. Joseph's Academy, Catholic High, Baton Rouge, St. George Elementary, Our Lady of Mercy Elementary, St. Michael the Archangel High School, all of those are my graduates as well. University View Academy is a virtual charter school, and I have graduates that are there that work in professional development for those teachers. So a lot of instructional design, professional development jobs, but most of our graduates go for the tech leadership position at a school or a parish or a district.
Thanks.
Great question. Anybody else?
Anybody else have a question?
Applications due for graduate, when applications due?
So I can only take 20. That's our max out at our cohort. I have 12 right now. So if you apply right before June, you know, end of May, and I still have a spot open, come on, you know, the more the merrier. But I am going to cap it at 20 just because of the workload of these projects. They're large scale projects.
I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
So I'm graduating in December.
Mm-hmm.
So you said that they were starting this summer. So would you not start till next summer also for?
No, I really wouldn't. So if you don't start until summer, you're doing that 3 courses in the summer, 2 in the fall, 2 in the spring, 3 in the summer, 2 in the fall. If you would like to take one during student teaching, there's a way to do that if you qualify. There's also next spring you could take 1 or 2, and that way the other semesters are lighter loads. You're not taking 3 huge classes in one summer session. I have lots of people that start early.
Okay.
Any other questions? Well, we want to thank y'all for being with us today. I'm going to share my contact information as I attempted to do earlier. This is a University Graduate Studies contact information. I want this in the recording, and I'd like to leave it on the screen. So if you need to get with me or Mr. Ordorn about anything graduate school related, please reach out so we can assist you. We're here to help you, and we're just really thrilled you want to work on a graduate degree and that even interested. We have other graduate presentations. So there's other options. You can sit in if you wanted to get informed on the link. The Zoom link is on our website. It's where there's a tab on University Graduate Studies that says Virtual Graduate School Coordinator Presentations. So if any of those other programs that are we're going to showcase interest you, please join us again and come and see some other options we have left that you might want to consider. So we're going to thank you for joining us again. I know I can't thank you enough. Thank you for being a Nichols student and an alumni. And we'd like to have you back. For those of you who are graduated, please come back to us. We'd like to have you.
Thank you guys so much.
Now, is the recording gonna come back to my Zoom?
No, mine. I'll send it to you.
You gonna send it to me? Thank you.
No problem.
All right, guys, well, we'll close the meeting. Thank you.